Hello world, hope all is well. My name is Your Majesty Khalifa Ali. Today I decided to show you my guitar collection. I've been wanting to do a guitar collection video for quite a while, but kept coming up with reasons not to do it, like I would be perceived as showing off, or I don't like the sound of my voice. It feels weird talking to a camera. The negative experience on guitar forums where people would say things like, "You don't really own those guitars, that's Photoshop," or "You have more money than brains," or "You can't have your name on the fretboard, you're not B.B. King, Albert King, or a blues player worthy of having your name on the fretboard." But then I thought about it. I am all of them. And in this world, unfortunately, you will get player haters and naysayers no matter what you do. Besides, they can all kick rocks with no shoes on as hard as they can. I don't drink alcohol. I don't smoke weed. I don't trick my money off on anything I can't physically see. That has manifested into 84 guitars, 3 pedal boards, and all the studio equipment I've ever wanted. You dig? It's very interesting how someone can form an opinion about you that don't even know you. Sometimes it's best to just disregard those opinions and not let them get to you. I can't figure out why someone would be mad about me having guitars. But unapologetically, I'm going to scratch this one off my bucket list, and I present to you Your Majesty's guitar collection. Okay, starting with my custom silver sparkle Fender Stratocaster. In this one, I have the DiMaggio DP422 BK Paul Gilbert the Injector neck pickup, a DiMaggio DP416 AW Area 61 single coil middle pickup, a DiMaggio DP174W Red Velvet Bridge pickup. I have 250K CTS pots, chrome knobs, a chrome tip over a 5-way switch, orange drop capacitors, chrome boat jack, a black and silver engraved aluminum pickguard, chrome pickup covers over all 3 of the pickups, a big block chrome Fender tremolo bridge, block inlay over a rosewood fretboard, my name Your Majesty inlaid into the fretboard. I have a brass nut, I have chrome fender locking tuners, chrome string tree, my signature YorMajesty on the headstock, and that is basically my custom built silver sparkle Fender Stratocaster. Okay, my next Strat is my custom flame maple Stratocaster, matching flame maple body, flame maple neck, chrome fender locking tuners, chrome string tree, a titanium nut. I have the custom shop Fender 69 pickup set with chrome covers, chrome fender hardtail, chrome knobs on 300K pots, Mojo Tone Vitamin T .047 UF 600 volt capacitor, a 5-way Oak Grigsby switch with a chrome tip, a black anodized pickguard, and that's my custom flame maple Stratocaster. Okay, my next Strat I call my Mamacita Strat. It has the wood-burned images of springtime. I have the Lindy Fralin Vintage Hot Stratocaster pickup set with white no-hole pickup covers, gold big block Fender tremolo bridge, white witch hat knobs on 300K pots, Mojo Tone Vitamin T .047 UF 600 volt capacitor, a clear pickguard. I have the white tip on the 5-way Oak Grigsby switch. I have the rosewood fretboard with dot inlay and YorMajesty inlay as well. I have a brass nut, a white headstock, gold fender locking tuners, gold string tree, my signature YorMajesty on the headstock, and that's my Mamacita Fender Stratocaster. Okay, my next Strat is about the most traditional looking Strat that I own. It's an Ash Sunburst. I have the Fender Tex-Mex Delta neck, middle, and bridge pickups with the white pickup covers, gold big block Fender tremolo bridge, a .022 MF capacitor, 250K CTS pots, white witch hat knobs, a white tip on a Fender 5-way switch, a gold boat jack, a black aluminum pickguard. Then I have the rosewood fretboard with dot inlay, titanium nut, a black pre-CBS headstock, gold locking tuners, gold string tree, and that is my Ash Sunburst Fender Stratocaster. Okay, my next Strat I built myself. I used mini wax aqua stain to stain the body and the headstock. I got the gold foil pickups, and I have gold knobs over 500K pots and a Bourne 500K blender pot, gold boat jack, a gold tip over a 5-way Oak Grigsby switch, a bronze aluminum pickguard. Then I have the rosewood fretboard with the dot inlay. Also have YorMajesty inlay and a brass nut. I have gold fender locking tuners, gold string tree, and that is basically my custom built aqua Stratocaster. Okay, my next Strat is my custom Alpine white Stratocaster. In this one I have the Bill Lawrence S1, S2, and S3 pickups with the Seymour Duncan 250K pots, white witch hat knobs, white tip over a 5-way Fender switch, white pickguard, white pickup covers, a chrome big block Fender tremolo bridge, a chrome boat jack, I have the vintage wiring, Fender Pure Vintage Wax Paper .01 UF and .05 UF capacitors. I have ebony fretboard with dot inlay and YorMajesty inlay. I have a titanium nut, and I have a matching alpine white headstock, chrome Fender locking tuners, chrome string tree, my signature on the headstock, and that is my all white everything Fender Stratocaster. Okay, my next Strat I call my Picasso Strat for obvious reasons. In this one I have the PAF DiMaggio Super Distortion pickups in the neck and in the middle, and a DiMaggio DP 111 BKU bridge pickup covered by chrome pickup covers, a chrome big block Fender tremolo bridge, chrome knobs, 300K CTS pots, Tahan Black B 0.047 UF 600 volt capacitor, Oak Grigsby 5-way switch, chrome boat jack, a Sapel neck with a purple heart fretboard, block inlay, a titanium nut, chrome Fender locking tuners, chrome string tree, pre-CBS headstock, and that is my Picasso Stratocaster. Okay, my next Strat kind of looks exotic to me. This one is made of black walnut, alder, and mahogany. A really nice looking Stratocaster, even if I say so myself. Anyway, in this one I have the Lindy Fralin Vintage Hot Stratocaster pickup set with chrome pickup rings and chrome pickup covers with a chrome big block Fender tremolo bridge, chrome boat jack, chrome knobs, 300K CTS pots. I got the Mojo Tone .047 capacitor, chrome tip on a 5-way switch. Then I have the roasted maple neck. I have the dot inlay on this one. And of course I have my name, YorMajesty, inlaid in the neck. I have a titanium nut. Then I have the chrome Fender locking tuners, chrome string tree. Then you got the CBS style headstock, kind of shaded, but that is my exotic custom Stratocaster. She looks pretty. Okay, my next Strat, they tell me is seafoam green, though it looks baby blue to me. Anyway, in this one I have the Seymour Duncan Vintage 1R 80s neck and middle pickup and one SSL1 2000s bridge pickup under chrome pickup covers, a chrome Fender hardtail bridge, chrome boat jack, chrome knob, Seymour Duncan 250K pots, orange drop 0.47 capacitors, a pearl white Fender pickguard. Then I have the roasted maple neck with dot inlay and YorMajesty inlay. I have a brass nut. Then I have the chrome Fender locking tuners, chrome string tree, my signature YorMajesty on the headstock, and that is basically my seafoam green, or I say baby blue, Stratocaster. All right, seafoam green, whatever. Next, we have my custom gold flake Stratocaster, painted by the late great Ernest Rogers Sr. In this one, I have the DiMaggio True Velvet pickups with the gold pickup covers and the gold fender hardtail bridge, gold boat jack, gold knobs, 250K pots, orange drop capacitors, gold tip on a 5-way switch, engraved Indian rosewood pickguard, an ebony fretboard with block inlay and YorMajesty inlay, a brass nut, gold fender locking tuners, gold string tree, YorMajesty signature on headstock, and that is my custom gold flake Stratocaster. Okay, my next Strat I call my Mother Nature Strat. It kind of has that psychedelic vibe to it. In this one, I have the vintage DiMaggio PAF single coil neck and middle pickups, DiMaggio True Velvet DP 175 bridge pickup under black pickup covers, chrome fender big block tremolo bridge, chrome boat jack, black witch hat knobs, 250K pots, a Bumblebee .0025 UF 400 volt capacitor, a black aluminum pickguard, a black tip over a 5-way oak Grigsby switch. Then I have an ebony fretboard with block inlay and YorMajesty inlay, a brass nut, then chrome fender locking tuners, chrome string tree, YorMajesty signature on a CBS headstock, and that is my Mother Nature custom Stratocaster. Next is my custom glass Stratocaster. In this one, I have the DiMaggio FS1 single coil pickups, neck, middle, and bridge, black pickup covers, chrome big block fender tremolo bridge, chrome boat jack, black witch hat knobs, Fernandez 5-way switch, vitamin Q .047 UF 630 volt black candy capacitor, a roasted maple fretboard with dot inlay and YorMajesty inlay, a brass nut, chrome fender locking tuners, chrome string tree, YorMajesty signature on CBS era headstock, and that is my custom glass Stratocaster. Okay, my next Strat is my Egyptian Strat. I took this one to a tattoo shop, but I didn't get back at all the design I had in mind. Instead, I got this wood burn image of the Egyptian god Ra. So I have the Seymour Duncan SSL1 neck, middle, and bridge pickups. I have the Atlantis wood pickup rings, the gold no-hole pickup covers, gold fender hardtail bridge, gold knobs, 250K pots, .0224 UF 400 volt K40Y 9 Russian capacitor, a gold tip on a 5-way oak Grigsby switch, although it's not exactly what I had in mind. In the end, it still kind of worked out. I have a Wenge neck with dot inlay, a brass nut. Then I have the gold fender locking tuners, gold string tree, and that is basically my Egyptian Raw Stratocaster. Okay, my next Strat is my natural ash body made in Korea Stratocaster. This one has the Bill Lawrence S1 in the neck, S2 in the middle, and S3 in the bridge with the white no-hole pickup covers. I have the chrome big block Fender tremolo bridge, chrome boat jack, white witch hat knobs, 300K CTS pots, Mojo Tone Vitamin T .047 UF 600 volt capacitor, a rosewood pick guard, a white tip on a 5-way Oak Grigsby switch. I really like the wood grain on this guitar. It looks very nice. Then I have the roasted maple neck with the dot inlay and YorMajesty inlay as well. An adjustable titanium nut. Then I have the white headstock with the chrome fender locking tuners, chrome string tree, and YorMajesty signature. I really dig my custom Stratocaster. That wood grain is so lovely on that guitar. Okay, my next Strat is my custom black Stratocaster I call Blackberry. In this one I have the DiMaggio custom wound BSC 70N1 neck pickup, a DiMaggio DP408 virtual vintage 54 Pro guitar pickup in the middle, a DiMaggio DP416 Area 61 Strat pickup in the bridge. I have white no-hole pickup covers, a chrome big block Fender tremolo bridge, chrome boat jack, white witch hat knobs, vintage 300K pots, a white tip on a Oak Grigsby 5-way switch, a white pearl pickguard. Then I have a rosewood fretboard with dot inlay and YorMajesty inlay, a titanium nut, a chrome fender locking tuners, chrome string tree, YorMajesty signature on the headstock, and that is my Blackberry custom black Stratocaster. What I really like most of all is that there is no tone that I cannot get with this Strat. Next, we have my first custom built Telecaster. In this one, I have the CC Rider single coil Anaco 5 Pete built-off neck pickup, the Seymour Duncan SH4 JB humbucker bridge pickup with white no-hole pickup covers, the F logo Bixby tremolo tailpiece, a Vibramate HB ashtray, a black aluminum control plate, white pearl knobs, Seymour Duncan 250K pots, a chrome tip on a 3-way switch, the Sim Spray Shop Ltd custom black aluminum pickguard, a rosewood fretboard, dot inlay, and YorMajesty inlay, a brass nut. Then I have the chrome fender locking tuners, chrome string tree, and that is basically my custom built YorMajesty Fender Telecaster. Okay, I think I'm starting to like Telecasters. Next, we have my black 66 Fender Jaguar reissue. This one is pretty basic, no modifications, pretty much the way I left the Fender factory. I have the Seymour Duncan pickups in the neck and the bridge. I have a chrome Mustang bridge, A chrome Fender Jaguar Jazzmaster tremolo tailpiece, chrome control plate, CTS pots, black witch hat knob, chrome rhythm circuit plate with 2 rotor wheels, on-off switch, chrome pickup selector, 3 switches, a black pick guard. Though this wasn't as popular as the Stratocaster or the Telecaster, it was still somewhat embraced by the old school artists back in the day. It also has white binding around a rosewood fretboard, mother of pearl block inlay, titanium nut. Then I have the chrome fender locking tuners, chrome string tree, and that is basically the 66 reissue Fender Jaguar. A lot of people are sleeping on this guitar, but it's all good. That's how I got mine. Next, I have my all-black Noel Gallagher signature model ES335 style Epiphone guitar. I got this one back in the day from a store called the Black Market on La Cienega near West Hollywood. This one has chrome hardware, Tune-o-matic bridge, Epiphone Alnico 5 pickup, 3-way selector switch. It has white binding around the body, 2 tone controls, 2 volume controls, and a rosewood fretboard. It also has the white binding around the fretboard, mother of pearl inlay, a bone nut. Now I'm not really sure what kind of tuners there are on this headstock. Has a Supernova brush rod cover, but I paid $200 for this one back in the day, and it's trending at about $1,500 at the moment, so I think it was a good investment. Okay, my next guitar is my all-black Ibanez AEG 10E acoustic guitar. I have the rosewood bridge, a mother of pearl inlay around sound hole, white binding around ebony body. This has been my go-to acoustic over the years. It comes with a Fishman Sonocore pickup, Ibanez AEQ SP1 preamp, 4-band EQ control, 1 volume control, built-in tuner, although it usually stays in tune on its own. It comes with a standard 1/4-inch jack and an XLR jack. You get a 9-volt battery compartment. It has a rosewood fretboard with white binding, dot inlay, a bone nut, and I'm really not sure what the die-cast tuners are, but that's what you get with this one. And Ibanez is on the headstock, but this is a really nice acoustic guitar, AEG 10E by Ibanez. This is a black EEG-1 built by Eastwood Electric Guitar. It's a tribute to the Ampeg AEB model from the late 1960s. This one was built for Ed Rodriguez as a signature model for the group Deerhoof. It has high output P90 pickups. I have chrome pickup covers over it. I have the chrome ABR1 bridge. I had an aluminum stop tailpiece created to replace the chrome stop piece that originally came with it. I have black witch hat knobs, a chrome tip on a 3-way switch. It came with the ebony binding around a rosewood fretboard. mother of pearl block inlay, bone nut. Not at all familiar with the tuners that came with the guitar, but I pretty much left them alone. But all in all, I really like this EEG-1 Eastwood electric guitar. It is definitely a unique looking guitar in every way, I would say. This is my black Strat that is somewhat reminiscent to David Gilmour's Strat unintentionally. However, this one has 24 frets. It has a Seymour Duncan SSL1 in the neck, Seymour Duncan APST1 twang banger in the middle, the Seymour Duncan SSL5L in the bridge, white no-hole pickup covers, a chrome big block Fender tremolo bridge, white witch hat knobs, 300K pots, chrome boat jack, white tip on a 5-way switch, a black anodized aluminum pickguard, orange drop .047 capacitor. It has a really dark rosewood fretboard, pearl block inlay, and YorMajesty inlay, a brass nut, and of course the chrome Fender locking tuners, chrome string tree, YorMajesty signature on headstock, and that is my custom signature YorMajesty black Stratocaster. This is my flame maple custom Stratocaster. In this one I have the Tokai vintage 1980 Strat pickup set, gold metal pickup covers, gold big block tremolo bridge, gold boat jack, gold knob, 300K CTS pots, Mojo Tone Vitamin T .047 UF 600 volt capacitor, an engraved rosewood pickguard, a gold tip on a 5-way Oak Grigsby switch. I really like how the engraved rosewood pickguard is blending in with the flame maple body and how the gold hardware just grabs your attention, giving it that really exotic vibe. This one has a very dark rosewood fretboard. I have block inlay and YorMajesty inlay. I have a brass nut. I have the gold Fender locking tuners, chrome string tree, YorMajesty signature on the headstock, and that is basically my custom flame maple signature YorMajesty Stratocaster. Another one I doubt that you will ever find. This Strat I named Bluesy. It's metallic blue with a blue pearloid pickguard. It has Fender Pure Vintage 59 bridge, middle, and neck pickups, chrome pickup covers, chrome big block Fender tremolo bridge, chrome boat jack, chrome knobs, 300K pots, a Lose .1 UF phone book capacitor, and a Fender Pure Vintage wax paper .05 UF capacitor, a 5-way switch, a rosewood fretboard with dot inlay, a brass nut, a San Marino blue matching headstock, chrome Fender locking tuners, chrome string tree, and that is basically my metallic blue custom Fender Stratocaster I affectionately call Bluesy. This is my Catwoman Fender Stratocaster. In this one I have the DiMaggio DP 422 Paul Gilbert pickup in the neck, a DiMaggio DP 415 Area 58 pickup in the middle, a DiMaggio DP 402 Virtual Vintage Blues pickup in the bridge. I have chrome pickup covers, chrome big block fender tremolo bridge, a chrome boat jack, chrome knobs, 250K CTS pots, a chrome tip over a 5-way Oaks Grigsby switch, a black anodized pickguard, rosewood fretboard with dot inlay and YorMajesty inlay, a bone nut, chrome fender locking tuners, chrome string tree, YorMajesty signature on the headstock, and that is basically my Catwoman custom Fender Stratocaster. This one originally got away, but by a twist of fate, I ended up with it. This is my custom mother of pearl Telecaster. In this one, I have the Seymour Duncan APTR1 Alnico Pro Rhythm neck pickup, STL1B vintage lead for broadcaster bridge pickup. I have the 6-saddle chrome bridge. I have chrome pickup covers, a reverse engraved control plate, a 3-way switch, abalone knobs. I have the 1953 Blackguard wiring scheme, 250K pots, vitamin Q black candy .022 capacitor. I have the white binding around rosewood fretboard, lock inlay, YorMajesty inlay, brass nut, chrome fender locking tuners, chrome string tree, and that is basically my custom mother of pearl abalone custom built Telecaster. Next we have my super Telecaster. This one is alder with walnut stripe body, a Bixby B5 and Vibramate V5 humbucker kit with chrome pickup covers over a Seymour Duncan SSL2 vintage flat Alnico 5 pickup in the neck, a Seymour Duncan SSL6 BPV custom flat strap single coil pickup in the middle, a Seymour Duncan SHPG1B Pearly Gates Zebra Bridge humbucker pickup. I have the Rock Rabbit angled piezo aluminum Telecaster control plate, bumblebee capacitor, a chrome tip on 3-way switch, chrome knobs. The tonal possibilities on this guitar seems to be limitless. So you could actually play any style of music on just this one guitar if you wanted to, and just be set as far as guitars go, because this can do what any other guitar can do. It has a roasted maple neck with a dark rosewood fretboard, dot inlay, also YorMajesty inlay, a bone nut, chrome fender locking tuners, chrome string tree, and that is basically my custom built signature super Telecaster. This is my Coexist Stratocaster. It has various religious symbols and a 38 special revolver. I have Fender Pure Vintage 65 strap pickups, neck, middle, and bridge. Chrome pickup covers, Fender Pure Vintage wax paper .10 UF at 150 volt capacitor, a Fender Pure Vintage .05 UF wax paper capacitor, vintage CTS 250K pots, chrome knobs, chrome big block Fender tremolo bridge, a black anodized aluminum pick guard, chrome boat jack, chrome tip on a 5-way switch, I have an ebony fretboard with dot inlay, a bone nut, chrome fender locking tuners, chrome spring tree. I found the body at a thrift store for $20 and decided to build my Coexist Stratocaster. And that's to say, I play guitar religiously. This is my De La Rosa AK-47 guitar, camo paint, dual humbuckers, black pickup rings, 6-saddle matted bridge. It has an on-off light switch, a 3-way switch, 1 volume, 1 tone. Check out the pistol grip and the full clip. She's definitely ready to go to war, without question. You get the rosewood fretboard, dot inlay, bone nut, the mystery matted tuners, 2 chrome string trees, De Rosa on the headstock, and that is my De La Rosa AK-47 camo guitar that I hardly ever play. This is my marble Stratocaster. It actually does look like marble. In this one, I have Seymour Duncan SSL1 neck, middle, and bridge pickups. I have the gold metal no-hole pickup covers, gold big block tremolo bridge, gold boat jack, gold knobs, CTS 250K pots, orange drop 0.47 capacitor, dark brown ailanthus wood pickguard, a chrome tip on a 5-way oak Grigsby switch, rosewood fretboard with dot inlay and YorMajesty inlay, a brass nut, and gold fender locking tuners, gold string tree, YorMajesty signature on headstock. And that is basically my custom marble signature Fender Stratocaster. Okay, next up is my black Carina Stratocaster. And this one I have the 2011 American Hot Rodded Series Texas Special pickups, chrome no-hole pickup covers, a chrome Fender hardtail bridge, chrome boat jack, chrome knobs, CTS 250K pots, .22 MF capacitor, a black anodized aluminum pickguard, chrome tip on a Fender 5-way switch. This wood is also known as limba, an African wood. The neck is wenge, so the fretboard is wenge as well, with pearl dot inlay. I have a titanium nut, chrome fender locking tuners, chrome string tree. So that is basically my Stratocaster made from the African wood they call limba, aka black Carina. This Strat has a dark gray pearloid body, Seymour Duncan SSL4 quarter-pound flat pole Strat pickups, neck, middle, and bridge, a chrome engraved pickguard, a chrome Fender big block tremolo bridge, chrome boat jack, black witch hat knobs, 300K pots, oak Grigsby 5-way switch with the chrome tip. It has a rosewood fretboard, dot inlay, YorMajesty inlay, a brass nut, chrome fender locking tuners, chrome string tree, YorMajesty signature on a headstock, and that is basically my charcoal gray custom Fender Stratocaster. Next up is my Fender Deluxe Stratocaster. In this one, I have the Fender Vintage Noiseless Single Coil Pickups, neck, middle, and bridge. I have the white pearl pickguard, white witch hat knobs, white tip on a 5-way switch. I have the vintage gold plated hardware, gold boat jack, Fender tremolo bridge with Fender stamped saddles. I had the push-push mini switch replaced with a push-pull pot. Could not stand the way it looked on my pickguard aesthetically. It has a Parfero fretboard, a modern C-shaped 12-inch neck radius, dot inlay, a bone nut, Fender tuners, gold string tree, and that is basically my Fender Deluxe Stratocaster. I did not go that mod crazy on this one. This is my left-handed white Arctic Fender Stratocaster. This one I got from the Guitar Center because she fell off the wall and the headstock cracked, so they pretty much gave it to me. So I pretty much left the standard Fender pickups, neck, middle, and bridge the way they originally came in the guitar. Added a pearloid white pickguard, white witch hat knobs, white tip on a 5-way switch, left the chrome Fender tremolo bridge, chrome boat jack. I pretty much left all the electronics as they were. Ordered a replacement Fender left-handed neck with dot inlay, a bone nut, chrome Fender locking tuners, chrome string tree. So now I have my version of Isabella. My next Strat is my left-handed natural ash custom Stratocaster. In this one, I have the Seymour Duncan SSL2 vintage flat for Strat pickups, neck, middle, and bridge, white no-hole pickup covers, chrome Fender big block tremolo bridge, chrome boat jack, white witch hat knobs, 250K pots, a white tip on a 5-way switch, a white pearl left-handed pickguard. It has white binding around an ebony fretboard with pearl block inlay, a bone nut, chrome Fender locking tuners, chrome string tree, and that is basically my 1980 left-handed natural ash Stratocaster. This is my custom hybrid Jaguar Jazzmaster guitar. Started out pretty much as my first project pretty much. I have the mystery P90 pickups in the neck, middle, and bridge with the chrome P90 pickup covers, a Promise bridge, a Fender Jaguar Jazzmaster tremolo tailpiece. I have the 3-switch rhythm circuit. I have a custom black pickguard, a chrome 3-switch plate for pickup selecting. I have a chrome control plate for the volume and tone knob with black witch hat knobs. Surprisingly, it actually does give me the tone variations of a Jaguar or a Jazzmaster, although initially I just intended it to be a beater guitar, so to speak. But sometimes you never know when you Dr. Frankenstein a guitar trying to create a monster guitar. When I plugged this one in, it was like it's alive. It has white binding around a rosewood fretboard with block pearl inlay, a brass nut, chrome fender locking tuners, a chrome string tree, and that is basically my project hybrid Jaguar Jazzmaster guitar.